Hey friends, it's Jeannie and today I'm sharing a video that's part of the Trinity Stamps January new release video and Instagram hop. For today's fun fold card, I'm featuring the Swirly heart die, the Art Deco dance foiling plate, and the Simply Sentimental Love stamps and dies, along with Trinity's new glossy black cardstock. I'll have all the details for entering the video and Instagram hop in the description box down below. To start off my card, I will be hot foiling, and for hot foiling, you'll put your plate facing up, your hot foil pretty side down, and then your cardstock. For my hot foiling, I'm using the black glossy cardstock, and it's so pretty because it's super smooth and it foils so well. For my card panel, I am trimming a piece of cardstock down to 11 inches by 4 1/4. And this is because we're doing a fun fold card, so I will also be scoring it at 2 3/4 on each side. And this way, when you fold it, it will meet in the middle, and this will be our fun fold card. It kind of opens like a door, and it is just really fun and a different take on a card. So you've probably seen these before, but my inspiration behind this card was because of the heart. For my hot foil panel, I went ahead and cut it in half. I'm adding double-sided adhesive to it and adding it to the right and left hand side of my card panel. I just want to make sure it matches up, and even if it doesn't, I really don't think it'll be that big of a deal. For my hot foil, it's super subtle, and I just really wanted a subtle background. I used the icicle hot foil, and I couldn't find it online, and I think it's because Crafter Companions is kind of like revamping their hot foiling, so that might be why. I will be doing a bunch of die cutting. For the Swirly heart die, I went ahead and die cut it from holographic cardstock along with white cardstock because I will be layering it up. For the Simply Sentimental Love die that I chose, it fits perfectly in the little heart. This is from last year's Valentine's release, and I will be using it to die cut a bunch of pieces. For my black cardstock and my pink cardstock, I will run those pieces through my Xyron sticker maker, so it has double-sided adhesive in the back, and it's mainly because the love sentiment itself that will be die cut from the black cardstock is super thin, so I figured double-sided adhesive was a lot easier than glue. So I use it interchangeably a lot. I also die cut a bunch of white cardstock pieces for the shadow as well because we will be layering this up, and it's mainly because I am adding a magnet feature to my fun fold card. So most fun fold cards, they kind of just open up, and of course, if you put an envelope, it closes, but I have all these magnet scraps because I use vent covers for my die cut storage, and I always have like little pieces left over. I keep them just so I can hold on to like the die pieces that I'm cutting off when I'm separating my dies. And then also I figured I might as well use it in a card so my fun fold closes. Here I'm using a magnet sheet scrap from Home Depot. It's a vent cover. You can get them on Amazon as well. I've tried different versions and it's like whatever works. It doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure your magnets are sticking to each other. That's the most important part. So my magnets are actually going on my right hand side of the word love, so on the V and the E, and I would recommend having a larger surface area for the magnet, so as big as you can get. I actually ended up redoing my magnets and running it through my die cut machine and just trimming it down a little bit, just so it would fit on the V and the E and kind of take up more surface area. My pink cardstock is actually a thinner cardstock. It's 65 pounds, so it's a little bit thinner than my normal 80-pound or 110-pound cardstock, and it works really well. For the V and the E, the magnet, it will be right behind it, and I will add double-sided adhesive to it and it'll stick it to the panel once I line it up with my heart. So that's exactly where I want it to go. And the idea is that you'll have the full love word and then you'll have a magnet behind the V and the E, and it will kind of stick to each other and shut close your card. I have to layer up the left hand side of the L and the O because of the magnet thickness. So I use the vent covers, so they're a little bit thicker, and so I had to layer this up 3 times. So there's 3 white pieces of cardstock layered up, and then once I'm happy with the thickness size, I'm going to go ahead and add the full love shadow to it, and then I'm going to add the magnet behind the V and the E, and basically I'm going to put the magnet on top of each other to just make sure that it like sticks to each other, and then I'm going to place it down with the word, so that makes sure that like the love lines up with my card panel. Once my magnet situation is fixed, I went ahead and used that love sentiment I already die cut out with the double-sided adhesive, and I'm just adding it on, and you can see that this sentiment is super thin, so I thought it would just be easier with the double-sided adhesive, and it was. Once I have the love on my card panel, I'm just going to go ahead and add glue on the left hand side of my heart. You only want to add glue on the left hand side because if you put it on the right hand side, your card will close. Like you won't be able to open it. Of course, you can change it and put it on the right hand side, like whichever you want, but I thought that this would work well because the love opens to the left as well. And if you put it on the right, I don't think that actually would work. So put it on the left hand side, but you can switch it. You can put the magnet on the L and the O and then just put your glue on the right hand side of the heart, and then you can open it that way. But I think the left just makes more sense because that's how like we read books and stuff. For the inside, I actually never put a sentiment inside my cards, but here I thought it was the perfect situation for it because I just have the word love and I wanted a supporting sentiment, so I just popped it up on an acrylic block and stamped it right in the middle of my card, so once you open it you get the sentiment. And I think this turned out so cute. It's such an easy card to do, and it's just a fun use of magnet scraps that you might have in your stash. So yeah, that's it for today's card. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!